Dear students, welcome to our YouTube channel Vidya for Success. In this video, let us continue our study on the cell organelles present in eukaryotic cell. Yes, now let us understand the functions of endoplasmic reticulum. So, in our last video, we understood that endoplasmic reticulum is of two types. One is rough endoplasmic reticulum, another one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So, basically, the endoplasmic reticulum forms a huge network in the cytoplasmic region. So, sometimes it connects the nuclear membrane with the cell wall. So, such a huge network is formed by the endoplasmic reticulum in the cell. What is the function of this network, tubular network? So, the rough endoplasmic reticulum involved in the protein synthesis and secretion. So, there are two functions basically performed by rough endoplasmic reticulum. You can find in the diagram, so towards the nucleus network, a tubular network is there, that is nothing but rough endoplasmic reticulum. So, why it is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum? Because ribosomes are present on the surface. So, ribosomes are basically called as factory of proteins because those structures are actively involved in the synthesis of protein. So, whatever the protein required by the cell, that is actually synthesized with the help of ribosomes. So, rough endoplasmic reticulum consists of ribosome on its surface. So, the main function of it is synthesis of protein. So, rough endoplasmic reticulum synthesizes protein as well as it secretes some of the chemicals required by the cell. So, some kind of chemicals also secretes with the help of rough endoplasmic reticulum. Then let us have a look into smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So, smooth endoplasmic reticulum is the major site for synthesis of lipid. So, lipid synthesis is actually takes place in the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So, you can't expect that smooth endoplasmic reticulum is also performing the same function like rough endoplasmic reticulum, because in smooth endoplasmic reticulum there is no ribosomes. Understood? So, this reticulum is performing the function of synthesis of lipid. So, lipid formation synthesis is the main function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Understood? So, this is what the thing we have studied regarding the endoplasmic reticulum. So, children, we understood about the structure of endoplasmic reticulum, and also now we studied about the function of endoplasmic reticulum. Clear? So, let us now move on to the next cell organelle present in the cytoplasmic region, that is Golgi apparatus. So, Golgi apparatus are also called as Golgi bodies. So, some they use the terminology Golgi apparatus and some they use the terminology Golgi bodies. So, both are the same. So, these are also membrane bound cell organelle. So, same like how we call the endoplasmic reticulum as a membrane bound cell organelles, in the similar way Golgi apparatus is also a membrane bound cell organelle. So, where this cell organelle is present? So, you can find the position of this organelle in this diagram. So, this is actually tubular structure, tube-like structure. So, this tubular structure is present just below the endoplasmic reticulum. So, this structure is always located very near to the endoplasmic reticulum. So, because functionally these two cell organelles are coordinated. So, we have already studied that endomembrane system. So, Golgi apparatus as well as endoplasmic reticulum, they are the cell organelle belong to the endomembrane system because they are functionally coordinated. So, these structures was first observed by one of the scientists called as Camillo Golgi. So, in the year 1898, he observed some of the densely stained reticular structure in the cytoplasmic region, and he found that these structures are not endoplasmic reticulum. They appear to be a tubular structure, but they are not endoplasmic reticulum. And later, after him, these structures were named as Golgi apparatus. Clear? So, network of membrane-bound vesicles arranged parallel to each other in stalks called cisterns. So, Golgi apparatus is actually a network of membrane-bound vesicles. So, what do you mean by vesicles? So, vesicles are nothing but containers. So, like a container, some of the structures are present in the cytoplasmic region. So, those vesicles are arranged very parallel with one another. You can find the arrangement of vesicles in the Golgi apparatus. They are very parallelly arranged to each other. So those parallelly arranged stalk-like structures are called as cisterns. So cisternae, they are actually the structures, they are parallelly arranged in order to form a network of membrane bound structure that is called as Golgi apparatus. These structures are located very near to the nucleus in animal cells. So as I told, Golgi apparatus is present just below the endoplasmic reticulum, and this is the structure located very near to the nucleus. You can find in the diagram the place of the Golgi apparatus is actually very near to the nucleus. Now let us see where this Golgi apparatus is present. Does it present in all the cells? All the cells, they consist of Golgi apparatus? No, there are some exception cases. Some cells, they does not contain Golgi apparatus. Those are sperm cells of bryophytes and pteridophytes. And sperm cells of animals, RBC of animals, cells of some fungi, prokaryotes. So these are the some cells, they does not consist of Golgi apparatus. So it is not mandatory that all cells should consist of Golgi apparatus. So there are some exception cases are there. So those cells does not consist of Golgi apparatus. So those examples are nothing but sperm cells of bryophytes and pteridophytes, sperm cells of animal, RBCs of animals, cells of some fungi, then prokaryotes. Prokaryotes we already know, they does not consist of any membrane bound cell organelle. So these are the few exception cases. Yes, let us now move on to the structure of Golgi apparatus. So Golgi apparatus is the membrane bound cell organelle. So you can find the structure here in the diagram. You can find the number of components present in the Golgi apparatus. So actually there are three main components forming the structure of Golgi apparatus. So one of the component is cisternae. So in the diagram you can find a long tubular structures. They are parallelly arranged in order to form the Golgi apparatus structure. So those tubular structures are nothing but cisternae. So cisternae are fluid filled disc shaped sacs. Clear? So disc shaped sac like structures are present in the Golgi apparatus. They are actually filled with fluid. So those are nothing but cisternae, and each of the cisternae having the diameter 0.5 to 1 micrometer. So this is the actual diameter ranging from 0.5 to 1 micrometer in each of the cisternae. Then those cisternae are stalked parallel to each other. That means each of the disc shaped tubular structures, they are arranged one by one in order to form a stalk-like structure. So that stalk of cisternae can be seen in the Golgi apparatus. So cisternae are stalked parallel to each other. They are very parallelly arranged one by one in order to form the Golgi apparatus. So if you find the cisternae, we can find two different faces. Clear? So Golgi cisternae are concentrically arranged near the nucleus. So around the nucleus, they are very concentrically arranged. So this arrangement actually showing the presence of two faces. So one of the face in the cisternae is called as cis face. So you can find in the diagram that is labeled. So cis face is actually convex shaped face in the Golgi apparatus. And it is also calling as forming phase. So why it is calling as forming phase? So this phase is present very near to the nucleus. So which of the phase in the cisternae is having convex shape and it is facing towards the nucleus? That phase is known as forming or cis phase. And there's another phase can be seen in the cisternae that is called as maturing phase or trans phase. You can find the trans phase. So trans phase is actually concave shaped. The shape of the trans phase is concave shape. Clear? So trans phase is finding little away from the nucleus. So it is not very near to the nucleus. It is present little away from the nucleus. Clear? So each of the cisternae consists of two phases. Convex phase known as cis phase and concave phase known as maturing phase or trans phase. So they are uh, arranged, they are entirely different in the function, but they are interconnected with one another. Because in each of the cisternae I told, cis phase is also present as well as trans phase is also present. So cis phase is near to the nucleus and trans phase is present little away from the nucleus. So they are interconnected with one another, but functionally they are different. And another component can be seen in the Golgi apparatus is tubules. So tubules are the network of tube-like structure arising from the peripheral area of cisternae. So towards the peripheral region, that means towards the ends of the cisternae, we can find the tube-like structure. So those tube-like structures are named as tubules. And one more component is vesicles. So you can find the container-like structure towards the end of cisternae. Those containers are nothing but vesicles. So vesicles are the membrane-bound containers. They appear as dense granules in the cytoplasm, but they are the components of Golgi apparatus. Clear? So there are three components can be seen in the Golgi apparatus: cisternae, tubules, and vesicles. So these are going to form the structure of Golgi apparatus in the cell. So Golgi apparatus can be found in the plant cell as well as in the animal cell. Yes, now let us study about the significances of Golgi apparatus. So materials manufactured in the endoplasmic reticulum is dispatched to various parts inside or outside the cell through Golgi apparatus. So we know that endoplasmic reticulum is the cell organelle. It synthesizes proteins and lipids. So as soon as those products are synthesized, they are not directly sent to the target region. So instead of that, endoplasmic reticulum send those products into the Golgi apparatus. Then Golgi apparatus makes those products to reach their target region. The target region may be the cytoplasmic region or it may be outside the cell. So Golgi apparatus is actually responsible for making the product to reach their target region, because the different regions of the cell actually required protein as well as lipid. So whenever those materials are needed by the cytoplasmic region, so those materials are sent to that particular target region with the help of Golgi apparatus. Clear? And modifications of proteins takes place in the cisternae. So sometime there is a need to modify the structure of protein. So proteins are initially synthesized in the endoplasmic reticulum with the help of ribosomes, and then they are sent to the Golgi apparatus. So as and when the modification required, those modifications of proteins takes place in the cisternae. So sometime there is a need to pack the material synthesized from the endoplasmic reticulum. So the packing of the material is also taking place in the cisternae, like how we get the parcel when we booked in the online, whether it may be book or it may be clothes. So they will not directly dispatch without packing, right? So first they will neatly pack the material, and they will put the address, so then only they will dispatch the order. So in the similar way, as soon as the products are synthesized, they are synthesized in the endoplasmic reticulum, they are sent to the cisternae of Golgi apparatus. So in that particular part, the packing of material takes place or modification of protein takes place, and then only it make the product to reach their target region. So Golgi apparatus is the cell organelle. It will causes the modification of proteins, as well as it pack the materials before they are reaching to their target region. Then Golgi apparatus are the cell organelles. They are very essential for the formation of glycoproteins and glycolipids. So this is what we talked about in the second significance, modifications of protein. So glycoprotein is a kind of modified protein. Glycolipid is also modified lipid. Clear? So the formation of glycolipids and glycoproteins are also the function of Golgi apparatus. And if we come to the formation of lysosomes, so lysosomes are rich in digestive enzymes. They consist of digestive enzymes. So the formation of lysosomes are also the function of Golgi apparatus, because the main function of Golgi apparatus is secretion. So it secretes some of the chemicals needed for some metabolic activity of the cell, and those secretions are actually packed in the form of vesicles, and they are called as lysosomes. So we will talk about the lysosomes in our next video. So these are the things, children, about the Golgi apparatus. Understood? So these are the significances, and also we studied in this video regarding the structure of Golgi apparatus, and we also talked about the components of Golgi apparatus. Clear? So I hope you understood today's video, and make sure you go through this video, you learn all this terminology coming in the actual concept. You make yourself thorough with this concept. Thank you.